On a journey across Kyushu, Kyushu is often skipped over in favour of Fukuoka, Nagasaki, Beppu and the like. However, I think it's worth visiting as it has an amazing foreign district, my favourite shrine in all of Japan, and a whole lot more. Join me and let's see what's in Kyushu. As I was staying in Hiroshima, I took the slow train a few hours in order to get to Kyushu. Really nice, open, spacious train station, and when I got there was something I was very happy about. I've just arrived in Kyushu. There's a yakiniku, like my favourite yakiniku place. I didn't like yakiniku yesterday, I was so close to it. So now I'm having for dinner tonight. But as soon as I've arrived in Kyushu, I have left to go to Mojiro Station before it gets dark for a series of coincidences, which I didn't expect. But this was somewhere on my list to go to. It's one of the oldest stations that is still in its original form in Japan, and it's a beauty to look at. But from here, I have two places to go to, which I'm shocked exist. And the streets around here look really interesting anyway. Awesome view. It's a neighbouring prefecture. This is an area well known for its very historic architecture. As you can see, this kind of old-fashioned building, it really stands out amongst the streets of Japan. And others like this look a little bit more modern. But it's still going to be a lovely place to walk around, especially when there's something I only just found out about today. This place just keeps having surprises. Such a lovely little harbour here with the nice little lights in the background. And on this beautiful harbour sits something very, very important. And not these men in banana costumes, though that's equally important. It's a Pokemon. So although these banana fellas, I don't know what they're doing here, otherwise it's one of the most picturesque, like, European scenes in Japan almost. It doesn't seem like your traditional Japanese architecture, but it's beautiful. I almost feel like I could be in France, or not quite Venice, but somewhere like that. And the country confusion doesn't stop there, because after this, I want a trip to Norfolk, which is somewhere in the United Kingdom. Honestly, this feels like the second time that I feel like I'm not in Japan when I'm in Japan. It just feels like such a strange place. The other one was Wakayama, which there's a video for in the description or on screen or somewhere. But this is cool, this is nice, and the sunset is made for today. The music that's playing from this direction helps as well. There's a few Japanese places I've been to, they put just the perfect music in the background to give it that atmosphere. And from here you can look over the sea to the neighbouring prefecture of Yamaguchi, which I didn't intend to go to. Foreshadowing. Yes. Hello, kitty. I didn't realise why this cat was staring so intently. This cat's munching all its food. I'm not going to get between them. Now I can quite literally smell the sea. Very strong next to all these boats, and we're heading to somewhere just in this direction. Not the pachinko parlour. Assuming that's what it is. This is the station for Norfolk. That view behind me is just amazing. I should be recording something of significance here, but no. Most train stations in Japan have English on them. This one doesn't, but this is Norfolk Square Station. Norfolk, which is a place in England. And I was really hoping for a picture of it saying Norfolk. But no, it's Norfolk. How frustrating. But how can I be frustrated when I'm looking at that? Jesus Christ, that sun is so good. I almost wasn't going to come out tonight. I thought, should I just wait in the Airbnb for tonight? No, we've seen some stuff. And here we are at the park, and by God, what a view. So this is really where my camera can't do justice. We can very clearly see the Ferris wheel and the difference. And the difference in the distance. And I might go there today, I'm not decided. But here it's just a speck on the camera. We're right next to this bridge and this lovely walk across the sea. But I've not found what I came here for yet. Now somehow, I struggled to find this. I had to literally look up a picture on the internet. But there we are, Tropius with a view. Okay, so a crazy set of coincidences. I had that station pinned to visit because it seemed like an interesting place. Then I looked nearby and I saw this park was named Norfolk Square, which is somewhere in England, although there's no English in this whole park, sadly. The one place in Japan that doesn't have English is named after England. And then I saw that there was Pokemon things here which I didn't even know in the first place. And now there's 5 of those I've got to go and collect in Kyushu, and we've seen 2. So I'm going to have a little walk, then head back, and maybe head over there, but I have to head back. I had to head that way to get that way anyway. So.
Remember that I said that and how wrong I was?
And then more or less right under this bridge there is a shrine right ahead, which this is as far as I'm coming today. But I wanted to at least see that. There's a shrine that one can only access from the sea. Phenomenal. Like seriously, come and take a look at this. I seriously adore this shrine. Like we just go under the torii gates. And it's just the sea. Tiny few stairs down, and then the sea and Yamaguchi. Right, I've come up the route and found it. Norfolk Square in English, in Japan. This place, for whatever reason, and we got a cute little kitty which is just running away. Bye, kitty, or walking away very slowly. All right, it's fine. So I'm then taking the train back and then gone to Shimonoseki. And I've realised I have made one of the biggest blunders I've made on this trip. There was a walkway 1 minute from that shrine I was at that would have taken me under that bridge that I never considered. And then I could have walked to where I'm going now, even quicker than getting the train, walking. And that's one of the top 5 advised tourist spots to go to. And I was a minute away and just didn't know. So now I'm thinking I might walk there and then go to the same park again, which would be crazy, but what else am I going to do? This route just feels silly. I wish I would have seen an hour ago that there was 1 minute from me, the place I'm now heading to. I would have saved so much time, but then I guess it wouldn't have been quite as silly. Now I'm walking through a random park. I don't know what this big, massive building is, but it looks cool, and I saw it in the distance before. And now it's a hell of a lot bigger up close. And what was once a tower in the distance, I've now touched, and now I can leave. Some lights in the distance, but I'm on a mission now. Now I can't tell quite where in the background, somewhere over there. It's where we've just been today, and now where I'm going again. Which just seems so silly that that's why I want to do it. It seems crazy to go up and then back around and then do a look. But if I'd have known better, I wouldn't have. But I'm here now. I was honestly thinking about having a look in, but it looks like it's just the Ferris wheel and some very minor things. So like, it's cute, but I'm just gonna keep walking. I've seen it now, I've been up close. There's an awesome water fountain here. Now that I know what I've got to do today, I'm going to keep going. I still haven't eaten yet. I'm waiting to eat until I'm done. Now we have, this is the aquarium. Now there's a bunch of smoke coming out of the aquarium for some reason. I'm not watching wonderful aquariums anyway, so I'm planning to walk past this one at 8 PM at night. But that's a pretty mural. And onward we go. And another lovely pier. And another family mart. It's a very fancy building here. I don't want to walk along the seafront, that's all I'll see of it. En route we found this shrine. The white gates are truly unique. Out the train station just over there, so we've gone a very long way around to get here. And now that I'm near this bridge, I don't actually know where I'm going. I can't find on Google Maps where the entrance is, so my plan was get to the bridge, hopefully it's obvious, and hopefully it's not up that massive hill. So I don't know how to get up there. But either way, I'm happy to have come this direction, because look at this. Maybe that's it. Well, this is an incredibly ominous walk, but I'm too curious not to do it. Where exactly is it taking us? The wood on these, there's so many. This is just a very random shrine. See where the shrine was, we've got these lovely cat statues. And it's just overlooking this. This is so strange. There are literally shrines anywhere in Japan, anywhere. But this is the wrong direction. Like to this shrine, there literally isn't like pavement on this side of the road. You have to cross the road here to even get to it, and that's like the only, it's just built into the wall. Like, that's such a cool shrine. Why are there so many cool shrines around here? I've looked up where I need to go and I still can't really figure it out, but I think I can go this way and then that way. And if not, I have to go back that way for 30 minutes, which wouldn't be great. So I'm just gonna hope. And you can't even see my face, you definitely won't see the sky, but there are so many stars in the sky. There's more stars here by the ocean and by the lights that are actually not very many around me than I've seen in a long time in Japan. I love today. You can't see me, but I love today. Samurai with, like, look at this. These statues are amazing. I wonder if you've seen a samurai with like an anchor. It's awesome. Okay, and I've just seen, I am at the right place. Pedestrian tunnel entrance is right here. Got it. In the right way after all. Okay, this is really cute. There are two half stamps. You've got to stamp it on this side and then stamp it on the other side. I love that. And this footpath just literally goes on for seemingly forever. It's 20 minutes walk under the sea, 55 meters below ground, with little fish on the side. Finally made it on this silly little trip of mine. You can hear the cars above you as well. I don't know, I think I'm under the sea. There's clearly things under the sea, but I don't know how I'd hear the cars. I don't know how this works, it's science. The elevator went down quite far. And the bridge was quite high, so physics. Walking. No, there's a very fun part coming up where you can step. It is marked point between the two prefectures of Yamaguchi and Fukuoka, which we're just looking over now. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Right now, two prefectures at once. And we'll leave it behind. And we can just about see the light at the end of the tunnel. And here we are at the end. Conan's in the corner for some reason. What's Conan doing? Just existing, I guess. Is that right? Close enough. That'll do.
There was one sign here that said what you can call the police for. It said when you're lost, which I found pretty interesting.
And here there is another shrine looking over the sea. This is just a little bit further than I went. This one's also cool, but it's a bit less obvious. It doesn't lead directly to the sea. But you can see the moon perfectly. And this is literally where I turned for the shrine. I remember saying specifically, I will go no further, this is enough. If I had gone, you can literally see from here that it says the entrance is there. I was literally here 2 hours ago, And I went, I'm done, let's go back. If I had turned my head and looked out just slightly, I would have saved myself 2 hours. And I wouldn't have got the Norfolk picture, so I guess it's not all for nothing. And I wouldn't have found that cool shrine on the way, probably. So, I'll take it. I just think that's very amusing. Now, I'm going to get back and finally eat some food. Literally just gone. And I'm back at the train station that frankly I thought I may never visit again in my life, but here we are.
And although the night was great, I must sadly report that no Don Quixote has banana milk on Kyushu. That's the end of the tally.
First day Kyushu, you can see it already. Now for my first day proper in Kyushu, I have 3 places I want to visit. We're going to visit the castle grounds, we're going to visit the Manga museum, and then there's an outlet, and right now it's Funkgroove.wav season in Japan, but I thought that might be a good place to visit, and there's a Pokemon lid there anyway, so I'm practically forced because all of those line up very well. And yeah, right next to the castle, there's this. You can't really see it in the background, but it's just that way. Just a minute from where we have a castle, but then it's leading into it is this lovely set of torii gates, which I've not seen for a castle before. So let's go and take a look. And while it's a lovely walk, the reason I've not seen it next to a castle to get in is because that's not the entrance to the castle, it's the entrance to the temple. Right next to it. There are cool samurai statues in Kyushu. And I've just had outside the castle somewhat of a surreal experience that I've heard about, but I didn't think I'd quite get. I'm down in Kyushu, which is more out the way, and 4 Japanese high school students just came up to me and were like, yo, what are you doing in Japan? They had a little minute conversation in English, got some practice. I was like, okay, that's cool. And we said, see ya. And then they came up to me a minute after and said, can we get a picture so we can show students that we've met an English person? It's like, okay, why not? That's interesting. So I've kind of given up on going in the castles now because they are, you know, not so distinct. Because you get most of the picture from the outside, but I'd like to go in the gardens. But this one is actually so tiny. I paid £2.50, 350 yen to come in it. And there's about 2 minutes worth to do. It's not the best, but oh well. So yeah, I'd usually say visit every Japanese garden you can. But not this one. Gokura Castle Garden, not good. Now Kyushu does have a nice little manga area, which we're just about to go to. First, I'm in this park right opposite the fairy area, because this is where my Pokemon is. I have missed it, but I just feel like doing a little circuit while I'm here, you know? I struggled to find this one. It's in the middle of the park. Here we go. And here it is, the little manga centre of Kyushu, right behind the station.
And Anime fans, this was honestly such a perfect building. It had all the main anime stores. It felt like a mini Akihabara, all just vertical instead.
I've been to the museum. There's a staggering amount of books in there. Obviously my Japanese isn't good enough to read any of them. But sadly there was an English audio guide and it wasn't working. So.
And in the ground floor of this building was something frankly quite incredible. There was both the Haruhi arcade machine, which I've seen images of, and there was a signed poster by my favourite band, Garnadilia, who have been here apparently, so it was awesome. However, while I did have my third destination of the outlet to go to, The train to shut down because sadly someone had been injured, and that obviously takes precedent, but that means between the castle, the museum's English audiobook not working, and this, while I did enjoy Kyushu, this day wasn't going perfect.
Delicious udon, and I decided I'm going to have a very adventurous day tomorrow. There's a book off right next to my hotel, and I bought this little keyring because it's from Raszero, and people have mistaken that for my name, Raszero, before. So, I wanted one of this style for a while, so nice little chance. Now, tomorrow, let's see.
For my next day, I did a day trip with Beppu in Oita Prefecture, which I would not recommend from here, but there's a reason I did it that I'll get on to. After that, I managed to go and see the Outlet Mall on my final day before leaving Kyushu. It was a lovely time.
There we go, outside this Outlet Mall, we have found the last Pokemon. Which means, for Kyushu, that is all for today. So thank you for watching.